tell you this. When in Rome, do as the Romans do and cover the screen so no one knows exactly where you are. But I will tell you this. I have arrived in Bantayan Island, and this is the least impressive place that I have ever been to so far. The infrastructure of the town of Bantayan Island, being sidewalks or lack of sidewalks and curbs or lack of curbs, is beyond the pale. There's no way to describe. When you get off the ship, you walk down this long, very long block. Takes about 20 minutes to get to the Cuckoo Bar and Grill. And along the path that you'll be seeing as a video upload, because there's no signal on Bantayan Island for the net. There's no signal in most places that I've been to thus far. I had to actually stop and have foods at a restaurant in order to get a signal. Couldn't get a smart signal, couldn't get a signal for the phone for my smart data. It's been raining, so the excuse is that because of the rain on and off, that somewhere there's rain, heavy rain affecting the internet. I don't know, but so far this island is not very impressive. And I will tell you this. I will tell you that for the most part, the lack of sidewalks and streets, the lack of sidewalks and streets, the lack of sidewalks and streets, the lack of sidewalks and streets have created basically mud puddles everywhere. Everything, everywhere that we've went, even on the hotel that we're renting, if it wasn't for the fact that we were on a white sand beach, it would be one giant mud puddle everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's mud. Even a few doors away from the Cuckoo Bar and Grill, which is, from what I see, I haven't eaten there yet, from what I see, seems to be a beautiful restaurant and bar and grill, and they have fixed up their entranceway to the point where it's beautiful. It's sidewalks and there's no mud in front of the building, but they are the only restaurant or business that has done so. All the rest of the businesses along the block in either direction and all the way up to where they're having a food festival park, it's all mud. Between the curb and the stores, being that it rained early this morning, it's all mud. When I say mud, I'm talking about 2 and 3 inches of water and then mud under the water to get to a store from the street. Or you could walk, 100 feet in either direction and try to walk around the puddle. For instance, at the square, which has many restaurants in it, it's basically mud, rain, just basically puddles. The infrastructure of the streets is minimal. And I can tell you that most of the streets that I've been on are 2 and 3 and 4 inches of water, puddles, to go almost anywhere. It's just mud. We were on a street last night that the tricycle driver had to go down not so far from the Octon Cave at like full speed. He had to go down because there was 6 inches of water and mud. And in order to circumvent that puddle, he had to go full speed to get through the puddle, and the mud was slimy. And we went on many, many, many back roads. I was just looking around to see if there was any kind of infrastructure being construction sites. And in 10 kilometers of tooling around last night on a tricycle, didn't see a single construction site. Not one. Not one construction site of a house being built. Nothing. Zero. There was 2 big commercial buildings like a lumberyard or some sort of a warehouse or maybe an office building, but nothing in the way of construction for housing at all. It's basically a very, very poor island. And there's no money being pumped into Bantayan Island. They are building some roads, like the major road Santa Fe is being repaved with concrete. But any road off of Santa Fe, like if you were going to Maria's Hotel, something like that, it's all mud. It's all mud. I don't know how to make you understand. It's all mud. The whole island is just one muddy puddle. Everywhere we went, there's mud. And there's no signal anywhere. As I said, I had to stop in a restaurant to make this vlog. Otherwise, there's no signal anywhere we went. The infrastructure on Bantayan Island is very, very poor, to say the least. And they all blame it on the weather because of the rain. Somewhere it's raining. It's been raining on and off since 5 o'clock this morning. But somewhere it's really raining really hard. They know this. And that's what's stopping us from even getting a signal to text our tricycle driver. We can't even send out a text on Smart. This would be, of all the places I have ever visited in the Philippines, the last place I would ever choose to live. There is zero construction going on, which means there's zero money being pumped in to building here. Not a single house. We went through 10 kilometers of roads last night. Not a single house is being built. And only 2 big buildings that I saw, like a lumberyard was expanding their building to be a bigger lumberyard, and another building was an office building, perhaps. Those were the only 2 construction jobs in 10 kilometers of reconnoitering Bantayan Island. The amount of sidewalks in the main town area is just 2 or 3% of the businesses have fixed up the sidewalks so you can walk from the street to the business. I have a video I made this morning of 3 inches of water between the street and the businesses, not so far from the Cuckoo Bar and Grill. 3 inches of water. is not a normal thing to walk through to get to a store. So I have a friend of mine, actually a good friend of mine, who says he wants to move to Bantayan Island because he wants his daughter to grow up where there's no outside influence. Well, he's chosen the right island because there is no influence on it. The people are very nice, don't get me wrong, but the infrastructure here is zero. There's no construction, which means nobody's pumping money into the island, and that's not going to change anytime soon. 2 restaurants across from the Cuckoo Bar and Grill, there's a huge place that says all-you-can-eat pizza, buy one, get one free. That store is closed down, and they said, but if you come back at 4 o'clock, you can get, we sell seafood. That's what he told me. I said, but this is a pizza. Yes, we sell pizza also, sir, but we specialize in seafood. It's okay. And one other restaurant that we went to that was that's closed altogether. So the business has not picked up from the time of the initial lockdown, I guess, but there is nothing in the way of construction going on there, which means no one is pumping any serious money into the island. Now, our plans are to go to a place called the Ruins, but I've seen videos of the Ruins. It's basically just an old house that was destroyed from a storm. But when you're in, for instance, this morning when I said, where's a good place to go? What is a good sightseeing? The Ruins. The Ruins. The Ruins. It's just an old broken down house on the side of a mountain. So we'll check that out. But so far, Bantayan Island is very not impressive. Nothing. There's nothing here that I would ever want to be interested in. So I'm going to end this live stream, and I'll see if I can do a live stream with a signal later. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Even at the hotel we're staying at, their Wi-Fi doesn't work, and we have no smart signal. I had to walk 300 feet last night to send out a text, and I got lucky that it went out at all, and I got the answer back this morning. Bantayan Island is, from my first impression, the kind of place when you have nothing else to do for the rest of your life, when there's nothing further that you want to do for the rest of your life, and you don't want to do anything, and you know you won't be able to do anything for the rest of your life, and that you just want to maybe sit in a house or sit on a beach, like the people at the hotel last night. They were just sitting on the beach drinking, and they were all drunk by 9 o'clock. Drunk, laughing. That's not my idea of fun, but if that's what your idea of fun is, doing nothing and drinking until you get drunk and fall down, which is what it was last night, then this is the place for you, baby. Okay, then, thanks for watching, and to sum up Bantayan Island, so far, I am not impressed at all. There is no construction for private housing or even businesses. Everything that was here from 2 or 3 years ago before the lockdown is here, but working on the minimums. It's amazing. So I was under the impression that Bantayan Island was a booming tourist destination. It's not. So if you come here with the expectations of I don't know, like living here, you should just understand, if you've done everything that you want to do in life, if you've done it all, and you have no further ambition to do anything at all, this is the place to be, because there's nothing that I have seen so far to do here. And it's expensive to live here, in regards that if you want to live near the ocean, on the ocean, you have to live in a resort. I didn't see any private housing on the oceanfront properties, and the resorts are very expensive. So thanks again for watching, and remember, if you've done everything there is to do in your life and you have nothing further that you want to do in life, Bantayan Island is the place to be, baby. I'm being Permy from Michael Fazio and Daisy May in the Philippines, baby. Bye-bye for now.